everybody, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking all about the Prima Bathing System, its design and functionality, its cost, and its likes and dislikes, or our opinions on how we've enjoyed using the system within this last month that we've had it in salon. So I guess let's get into functionality and design. All right, so we just wanted to show you guys how we fill the machine. So we're going to come over here and grab our water source, and we'll just put it right into the bucket itself. Hold on. And you can start seeing your water levels rise. Right here you have your gallons and liters. So we're not going to fill it up too much because this is just an example. We're going to grab our shampoo, gives us our measurements, and we'll add a little bit in with the water. Now you want it drizzled, so you don't want to dump it in, just like drizzle it in just a little bit. All right, we'll call that good. Okay, take it out and go ahead and close up the unit. And then you're gonna turn it on and make sure that it's on mixing shampoo. And you wanna let it sit for about 3 to 5 minutes, just really depending on how much shampoo you put in. All right, so once you've let your shampoo mix for about 3 to 5 minutes, you're gonna go ahead and switch the dial from mixing shampoo to apply shampoo. And you'll see the water shoot all the way through the hose. And then I'll show you guys the difference between the flathead nozzle and the cone head nozzle. So Christy, come here. And so we're gonna go ahead and spray the tub so you kind of see what that looks like. So this is the flathead. So that's coming out like that.
And the cone can be done in about 3 or 4 different settings.
So this is screwed all the way tight. See how it's more of a wide set cone? And now the looser, when you loosen it up, it starts, oh.
Yeah, there is kind of a cool thing going around with the grooming industry right now where they are actually frothing, using frothers to get the maximum use out of these amazing pet shampoos that have come out. And this machine is the ultimate frother. You won't find anything better on the market than this machine for frothing. So especially with this this attachment, the brass one, if you tie it down all the way tight and then turn on the machine, it is an instant frother. So how I use it, we were just discussing this, is I will load the coat with shampoo with the frother first. And then how shampoo is designed, you should set it on the coat for a few minutes. The longer the better, and it activates the active ingredients in the shampoo and can do its job of stripping all the debris and dirt off of the coat, oils, that kind of thing. So after I froth and load the coat and let it sit, I'll wash the dog's head by hand, and then I'll come back and readjust this out a little ways so there's a little more, a little more of a stream to it, and then I just bathe the dog with that and then rinse. You literally do not have to put your hands on the dog. The only time I do is when I wash around their little face and their ears. So the machine does all the work for you. So you are in and out of the tub just like that. And then this one that has the longer spray, the flathead, more kind of power washy effect. These work amazing on the double coats, the double coated breeds, because it fans out, so you have a broader path, and it will get completely down to the skin, and it will thatch the coat as well. So it'll blow out all that dead coat. So you're doing that in the tub. So by the time you get to the drying room, you have at least 50 to 70% less coat that you have to towel dry, and then dry with your velocity dryers, which cuts your drying time
in half.
About
I'm
in
just
half.
telling you, this system
Time
really
saver
is making,
everywhere.
Yeah, it's a major key for sure.
I just wanted to touch for groomers that are watching. There are some shampoos that have a very softening or conditioning agent to it, and when they're used in the machine, some coats, you have to be careful what product you use on what coat. So there are some products that this machine works so well that you don't want to use it on certain coat types, the shampoo, because
too silky.
it will make it too silky, and that will increase your drying time. So, and even for you groomers who are into competing and you need to have texture to your coat, there's so many ways that you can change how you use this, so you don't get the coat too soft or too stripped for competition. One little drawback with the shampoos I would have to mention, honestly I think it's the only drawback to the machine. You have to be very careful what oils you put in the machine, because they will eat and gunk up the gaskets. Even though the gaskets are super high quality in here, you got to be careful of the filters and the gaskets, but that's with any machine. So I know a lot of shampoos these days that are natural
Carry a lot of oils.
Carry a lot of essential oils, so you have to be really careful which ones you use in the machine. So, but helping wash it out with the vinegar definitely helps that out.
Just with us, I think there's 5 of us in here. We only fill this up twice a day. On really busy days, 3 times a day, but on an average, it's typically twice. It's super fast to fill up, so I would say by the time it is empty is around lunchtime, so you can all just take your lunch and refill it, and then
so
after lunch, you're ready
we
to
work
go.
about 8 to 12 on one tank,
Right.
and then from 12 until closing end of the day, we do the second
The
tank,
last one.
unless we have a lot of
Big dogs,
like
heavy-coated
new
dogs.
fees, and which there are days that we get multiples of those. So
those are the days that we fill it up 3 times. But
Yeah.
if we're cutting our shampoo in half, like we're still saving shampoo on a daily basis.
So we did the math for you. So we normally went through.
Oh yeah, what do we go
gallons?
through?
How many gallons a month?
I
did
wrote it down.
Oh yay! Okay. So on average, with us just hand mixing or trying to put it through another bathing system that didn't work very well.
We pretty much, what we're saving a month on shampoo, we said $600.
Yeah, $600 a month in
When we were
shampoo
normally
savings.
we were normally spending like what, $800 or
800
so?
plus a month, and we have an arsenal of shampoos.
shampoos,
So
right.
there's not just like one type. We have like
Medicated,
7,
you got
8.
your Furminator, all that extra stuff. But those are just not add-ons, but depending on the dog, we'll use different shampoos. But this is our first
Our
wash
main
on,
bather.
bathing shampoo. But
Yeah, so we calculated that with using the 600 mLs of the Hypo twice a day, the days that we're open, that we go through about 1.75 gallons a week.
yeah,
That's it. And
That's
so
crazy.
with the machine working so efficiently with cleaning the dogs, when we go to use the other supplemental shampoos, whether it's a Furminator treatment or a medicated shampoo, it gets the dogs so cleaned and so thatched that
by the time you get there,
by the
you
time
don't
we
even
get there,
have to use what you
can
normally
mix
use.
mix a very little bit of the specialty shampoo, and boy, you're good to go. So to save $600 a month on shampoo, that is
Major key, Christy.
that is huge. That is huge. So in just a couple months, the machine pays for itself.
Editing Shalisa here, we totally forgot to mention how much the Prima cost. It's $1,403. Back to the video.
It's a little more expensive than a lot of the other machines that are on the market, but there's no comparison. And I am telling you from the bottom of my heart, there's no comparison, because you can do more dogs in a day, because it's so efficient with doing the job for you with bathing and drying, that just increases your income.
Right.
And you're in the tub for a fraction of a time, so you're less back strain, less arm strain. You're not doing all that heavy scrubbing on those big dogs. It's just all around. It's worth spending a little bit of extra money, because you will get it back tenfold.
I agree. I guess I was a little bit more hesitant with senior dogs cats. I do a lot of cats, so
we weren't
I was
sure
more
about
nervous.
the pressure and how
Right.
these nozzles were going to work, but
Right.
our concerns were just, you know, debunked.
Right.
Right
as soon
away.
as I used it, yeah, it's something to work up with, just like dremeling nails. Like it's a new thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what I've noticed with all my dogs, that it had this has just a little different sound to it than
Right.
they're used to with our other bathing system, where there's just mainly the sound of water.
Yeah.
So at first they kind of, you turn it on and they look at it like,
What is that?
What is that? And then the minute they get it on them, they're like, you know,
Oh,
thumping
yeah,
their
yeah.
little leg in the tub, and they just love it. So it, you know, it was just a little like, what is that? And now the ones that have cycled through
Right.
so many times,
they're used to it now.
yeah, they could care less. They know exactly what's coming.
And
so.
another thing I really enjoy is it works so great with feet. You can stick it in their pads and it just blasts all that gunk or whatever they had in there and really cleans the pads. And for us, in the area that we live, we get a lot of dogs with itchy feet, you know.
Yeast infections.
Yeah, that itchy grass and stuff, just a lot of allergies. This system works great with just clearing up all that stuff in between the toes, because normally for us,
and it doesn't
when we're
do it in
using
a
our
hurtful
fingers-
way.
Exactly.
It's in a bubble sudsing way, and so we don't have to get in there with our glasses on and be,
Right.
you know, cleaning around every little nail bed and that kind of thing.
Exactly. This does wonders, honestly. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
one other thing that I really liked about it.
So I guess maybe kind of sliding into the area of kind of comparing this machine with some other machines, and how I really prefer this one. The other ones that mix the product with the fresh water that's coming in, a lot of them do work very, very well, and it's the same kind of thing where it's aerating.
Right, but you're losing so much water.
It's the water usage, because we timed ours and it comes out about a gallon a minute.
Yeah.
So you think about
Oh my God, a
how
gallon
many,
a minute?
I don't even know how many thousands of gallons we'd
Absolutely
use
not.
in a day on these big dogs for bathing and rinsing, because you use all that water to mix bathing, and then you have to use all that water to rinse. 28 gallons a day, that's it. We
Yeah.
still have to rinse, but the cool thing about this is it has an auxiliary wand, and you can
yeah.
use it as an auxiliary tank. So if you wanted to fill up a freshwater tank, you could even rinse using this machine and cut your water usage down even in the rinsing that way.
I guess we can honestly go into mobile grooming. This changes the game for mobile grooming.
Absolutely.
You were saying it's the answer to everybody's prayers. when it
Yep, for
comes to
mobile
their
groomers,
vans.
and people who are wanting to design and go that route. Now, another thing that I was a little concerned about is this doesn't have a heating element in
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So I thought, well, if we're only using it twice, you know, filling it up twice in a day, and it's going to be sitting with just water in it, are we bathing
Is it
dogs
gonna
in
be
cold
warm? Right.
water? Well, the machine is so well insulated that there was one Sunday that was just a couple of us in here, and I filled it about 8 o'clock in the morning, and the water didn't even begin to cool till around 3:30 in the afternoon, which I was blown away. So as long as you keep it up off the cold floor, and we fill it with a little dash of warmer water than we normally bathe the dogs in,
Just to keep
so
it
you have
warmer.
that cooling
Right.
time.
And even if you overheat it, all you have to do is just like let it run out, add cold water, and just let it cycle through. Because it's cycling that water
Yeah.
through, it's going to cool it down.
Yeah, when we first
So-
filled it up, we weren't really sure so
how it was gonna work.
The water was either too cold or it was too warm.
But
so
we
now
found that happy medium.
we found
and
the happy
it really
medium.
does keep that water warm throughout the whole day.
So as far as a mobile unit, if you know, 14 gallons, if you're just one person, you could run all day on
yeah.
this. So if you had access to hot water in a garage or something and
Fill
filled
it up
up
once,
the
you're good for the
machine,
rest of the day.
you would be good to go for the day, and you could use the auxiliary tank and fill up another insulated tank for your fresh water, and you are ready to go all day long. What you doing?
I was just making sure. I'm like, did we hit all our points? Because I feel like we covered everything.
I
to be
know,
honest.
yeah. So I can't, you know, for someday when I have a mobile van, this is
Yeah.
going to be the machine in it, and I'm going to have a fresh water tank and that tank to bathe, because it's, and so to touch on with the other machines that are out there, like I talked, the one that infuses with the fresh water, you're wasting gallons and gallons and gallons of water a day, and you're wasting a lot of shampoo product that's going down the drain. That's not good for the environment. It's not good for your plumbing. It really is. And the other machines that they're very popular on the market, and most mobile groomers have to use them because you have to be very careful about your water usage, that I just have a hard time getting behind, are the ones that are the recirculating machines. They work beautifully, and they work a lot like the other machines that are hooked to fresh water where it infuses the shampoo. But it's circulating the same water that's in the tub.
Right,
So
I'm like,
it's putting dirty water back on the animal, which a lot of them try to use up the fresh shampoo underneath and bathe the dog quickly, then rinse them. But sometimes dogs are super dirty and you have to run the machine over them over and over and over. And the problem that we have here,
it's just like fungal infections.
That's the most important thing. We have so many issues with allergies and dogs that have very, very bad yeast and fungal infections and bacterial infections. So my dog Jerry, for instance, has a lot of problems with allergies on his feet, and he gets fungal infections, and he got a very bad one a couple months ago. And because they're so itchy, he was licking and licking and licking, and he introduced bacteria to his feet. And the vet had to look at it under the microscope, and she said he is just loaded with bacteria, different types, and they can also get staph, which is the antibiotic resistant bacteria.
It's all just, I'm getting flashbacks because I saw his foot and I'm like,
yeah, so you don't want that in a recirculating machine because you're washing that bacteria off into the water and dumping it back onto the pet,
whether
all
it's
over
on its face or
its
just
whole
anywhere
body.
else. Yeah, its whole body.
And unless the water is running through a filter that's like a UV filter or something. I don't know if you guys know about, disinfecting, and getting rid of bacteria. If you all know,
it's hard.
Sign off in the comments below because I don't understand it, but I just can't get behind those circulating machines that just dump it back onto the pets. So this is the answer to that.
Literally. I guess another thing that we wanted to just quickly touch on is we went and picked up our unit like a month ago. We got to meet the whole staff at their facilities. Gary Falkenberg was the inventor of the Prima back in 2002, who unfortunately passed away last year, but his family has taken over to continue his legacy. They take great pride in their work. Every Prima is assembled by hand by Tachirin. You know you're getting a high quality product. Every part of the Prima was made in the USA. As far as maintenance and troubleshooting, you'll always speak to a person on the phone. They always make sure every customer leaves satisfied. Honestly,
Thank you, Prima. You guys are
Prima.
amazing. I just really wish I would have known about this machine decades ago. Can't say enough wonderful things, and we'll put all the information down below in the description so you can contact them with any questions or concerns, and let them know that Christy and Shalisa from the Fur 11 sent you. So, wanted to mention too, we're not sponsored by them.
No.
We purchased the machine with our hard-earned dog grooming doll hairs. And
we're blown away.
We're just so blown away and so appreciative, and we just really want to support this small family-owned business and put the word out there. Every grooming salon should have one of these in it. No joke. No joke. Worth the money.
But if you guys have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to put those in the description box, or not just comment section down below. And I guess we'll see you guys in the next one.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.